Hello, everyone, and welcome to CSR Main. Tonight, we've got another match of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Upstarts Tournament 2024 here. We've got ourselves a quarterfinals game 1 match between Oboe and Angel Nimbus. I'm started with Beyond Comms' Mariah. How are you doing?
Hello, Star. I'm doing well. Hopefully, everyone out in the audience is also doing well. Yes, a round one matchup here. These two, their first game. Oboe, the top seed, I should say, the top seed, leaving out of the 6 weeks of async we had in the Upstarts tournament, and Nimbus, tying for eighth. The top 8 seeds there, moving on from the 6 weeks of async. Nimbus tying for eighth with Talon. And they were going to do a little playoff race to see who gets in, but then Talon conceded, and Nimbus is the last seed here going into Upstarts. But I wouldn't count him out. He had some good times and good showings in throughout the 6 weeks of async. So we'll see.
Yeah, this should be a good match.
Yeah, funny. Neither one of these people really too new. Well, they're new. I mean, okay, so Upstarts, has some criteria, has some requirements, to let someone into the new player tournament. Oboe's never been in a tournament up until this point, but Oboe's been dabbling in it for, I believe they said sometime near the end of last year's standard tournament, they kind of picked up Z2R. I don't know how hard they went in on it, but a very good player, as they, again, had shown during the 6 weeks of async. And Nimbus actually, I think Nimbus had, I know he had one tournament. It was my first tournament. It was SGL 2021. And since then, Nimbus didn't do anything in Z2R. So he's been out for many years at this point. And so he also qualified for Upstarts. But I don't know how much he's been practicing. But again, live is different than async. So we'll see, we'll see. There's always the live play jitters and nervousness, and here we go. All right, well, my money is on a vanilla-like right off the bat here, but we're walking into Medicine Cave. We got a red diver meeting us right up front. We'll see how these two runners handle it. Nimbus is leaving. He's like, nope, I am going to go do something else, and that could be the play here, although Oboe does get through the that diver there, so he's going to get the life level and move on. I didn't see what spell was in Raru here, but we're about to see it now. Apparently it's good enough to go in for. Second screen of Medicine Cave here. Okay, it's for fire.
Muted myself. It is fire, yep. So we'll see what that's connected to once we can cast it. Heart Container for Oboe. And I agree, this looks like a vanilla-like.
Yeah, you're probably over there. Mariah, you're talking over me. And yeah, we couldn't hear you for
That's
a
on
moment
me for hitting a button and forgetting about it.
Yeah, we've got a combined fire spell in this flag set, so fire will be combined with one of the other 7 spells in the game. This is a pretty normal thing that our flag sets have, and it's too expensive to cast.
For Oboe.
Yeah, it's too expensive to cast, so we'll figure it out eventually what it's combined with.
Yep. Oboe just got to hit that flutes in P4, P-bag for Nimbus.
$700 there in that bag. Pretty big bag. Oboe's going to be getting that as well, I'm sure. There's no reason not to go into this cave when he sees it.
Yep.
Oh, it is castable. I'm sorry. It is. It's 60. Okay. Well, can't really tell what it is. It's not anything that's immediately apparent, so that's going to be either life or spell or thunder or reflect right now because they had full life. So, yeah.
Yeah, and good play from Alan and Chad. Nimbus skipped right over to hit that flute in P4. Okay, we're towards the northwest corner. I wasn't quite sure where we were east-west laterally, though I could tell we were on the northern side. And confirmed to be a vanilla like that.
Yeah, Nimbus got to go back into Medicine Cave here. I'm sure I'm just going to do that right now. Okay. Yeah, 3-1-3, a lot better than 1-1-1. Probably didn't lose any time here. Just went a different direction. Found the 700-point P-bag and the fire spell. And it's spell. There you go. Okay.
the most useful thing. Some has some utility in early combat, though. Oh, hey, key.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I think we've had a few matches so far where the whole thing with the async tournament, the async part of the tournament is that. Hold on, let's see what spell this is. Okay.
Collect.
The whole thing with the async tournament is that for a long time, keys are in are all over in palaces, and then they get pulled out there in week 6, which is the same flag set that we use for brackets. And I think most of the races so far have still had keys in the drop pool, so runners have still had a bunch of keys in their pocket instead of having to rely on too many fairy casts. But it's kind of funny the way that works out.
Backside of Fairy Cave for Oboe here. No obvious way south. Got a bridge here to the northeastern quadrant. Is there anything else up this way? That's a no.
Yeah, looking like we gotta go across that bridge.
Yeah, we have to. There is nothing else we can do on this quadrant of the map. We're just making absolutely 100% sure that yes, he has in fact seen everything he can do on this quadrant. As one south-facing cave is Medicine Cave, the other south-facing cave is the backside of Fairy Cave, which we can't go through without Fairy. And there's nothing else to do. Yeah, the Medicine Hen, I suppose, if you wanted, on the Night of Arrows, but that's about it.
Yeah, you know, that is, That's a tough call, I will say. But I'd probably go get it just in case, because having to walk out of here, if we don't get Fairy for a while, having to walk and do this same walk every single time we want to up an A and come back to start is a little punishing.
Yeah. Especially because you get the 2-screen bridge here to go through every time you want to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Until and if we find boots to get across the bay a little faster. There's GP, great, not what we wanted. And the only thing, okay, more bridges, lovely. GP being the only thing up here in the northeast, apparently.
Yeah, as a runner, I kind of like these starts because I know that there's no way I could have walked the wrong way and my opponent could have walked the right way. You know, we're all kind of forced the same way down this one single linear path, and then there will be a branch eventually, but right now there isn't.
No, this is one very, very linear start. Got another item cave here.
Yeah, seen that spell, that fire combined spell get used there in the cave here. Oh man. P-bag on the ground there as well. That's the worst part of that, is that I don't know. We saw a 700 bag, but we also saw a 150 drop, and who knows? I don't know. The 700 that we saw was on the ground. It doesn't have to be part of the pool at all. We might see it here on Oboe's side.
Yeah, the even 150 bags aren't terribly useless here in the early game. Hammer is an item.
Oh, okay, good. The spell, they are respawning here. Yeah, that's something that happens. It doesn't seem to happen everywhere, though. I don't really know what stops it from happening. But what normally happens is that when you spell something and you kill it, it's not really dead. In most cases, it's not really dead. But in some cases, they stay dead. And I don't really know the inconsistency. I don't know if it's a vanilla game thing or if a randomizer thing, or I'm not really sure with that.
We are now in the southeast corner of the map. Rudo and Saria both here. Their spell, we gonna get a heal and keep going. We don't need to find out where this trophy is.
Yeah, this is the best town for refills, though. Both of our refill people are right in the front of town. It's the only town that's like this. Oh, wow. Another hint for Oboe there.
Hey, sorry, I missed it. What was it?
It was Raft in the East.
Okay, that's informational about what continental connectors exist.
And there's our fairy town there in Saria. So Two more okay, a lot of connectors here. Two more unidentified palaces still on the west that we're gonna find. Oh, we need Bagoo to get over. Look at this little Saria section here. I'm liking this here. How cozy. A cozy little Saria corner here. I mean, we know that Bagoo is somewhere on this side. It's not like Bagoo can be on the other side of Saria here. So he's definitely out on this continent somewhere. He could have been on the top side. Nobody saw anything up there. So there's a big forest here. Oh, wow. Nimbus, just walk into it. Just find Bagoo in this giant forest. Well, he's going to probably go get his fairy spell. We'll see how much his Orange Lizalfo is worth as well.
On the other side, we have a... sorry, I had my internet decided to be a little funky with me for a minute there. But I think I'm back. We've got Maze Island for Oboe, having found a connector over here by a cave, I think it was.
Yeah, it's right. It's right between where Saria is at. There's a cave right there, and it's the connector to Maze. I like this lineup of the two blue Lizalfos. This is going to be a tough one to pull off, though. I think Oboe can do it if he can separate these two. It's going to be really tough, though. I don't know if that's far enough. It is far enough, okay. 500 for those things.
Fairy for Nimbus. 78 Fairy, can't cast that yet.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if Nimbus jumps into the maze as well, or if he just continues forward. If there's not like a key or something here for Oboe on the maze or somewhere else on the west, then I don't know. Nimbus really just beelined right to the Bagoo cabin, and so that might take Oboe a moment to find. I don't think you can find it really any faster than Nimbus found it. So that could be some time that Nimbus gets here. But these 500-point Lizalfos that keep showing up here on the maze are really helping out Oboe, so he's going to be ahead in experience no matter what.
Yeah, he's getting some pretty good levels here, up to 435.
No. Oh, look at all these other connectors. We got a cave and a bridge out here.
Yep. Got our first item. Unfortunately, the other cave is kind of in a... You can see it, but you're gonna have to walk around the map to get there.
Yeah, I was about to say before I saw both connectors there, I was about to say no boots makes this look like it's kind of a bit of a walk to get in some of these places here on this maze.
Yeah, the river's running pretty much straight through the middle of the map.
Oboe's upset with that. He walked to the right after the drop. He wanted to go left, and then he has to eat the drop twice there, and has to eat it a third time now. It's an upsetting move.
Yeah, Pillar P-Back Cave is another heart for Nimbus. Nice to have, especially because we really, really, really don't want to update with this overworld map.
Yeah.
Like, game overs are going to be costly because it's a huge pain to get back anywhere from start.
Yeah, even after we find the boots still aren't even going to be helpful to get down from the top side. It's going to be just that one linear path the whole time.
Yeah, boots will save you the 2-screen bridge, and that's really...
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you do get to skip the bridges.
It will save a little time, but you're still walking all the way around the map. I think that might be a hard boots-locked cave to the left there for Nimbus.
Yeah, that's possible. You can walk up along the top here, but you might be right on that. Or that could be a pass-through down there. We've only seen fairies so far.
That's possible, yeah. I haven't quite kept track of our pass-throughs on the west.
Yeah, this will be our second.
And Fairy was too far north to connect to that cave. This might connect down there, though. Yeah, that might be the connector. There's P3, there's 6. And Islands DM, we're not going there. Hard boots locked Islands DM, I should add.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that bridge has to go to the east, because if the raft is in the east, well...
We have to... Yeah, that has to be the east.
could still be segmented, but at a minimum, that bridge has to take us somewhere to the east.
Raft tile was probably free heart containers
Yeah.
to the west. Okay, game. Raft tile probably is in DM. The other end of it.
Could be, yeah,
Or
could be.
I think Raft is going to be DM in east most likely. We've seen I don't think it's on the west. We've seen pretty good amount of the coasts, and it's clearly not on Deep Maze Island. No sign of the second item here on Maze Island for Oboe. As I say that, there's 2 magic jars in P5 for Nimbus.
Yeah, we're still missing, okay.
That's a Heart Island, Heart Boots Locked Islands East.
Oh no, and Oboe's gonna up an A and have to do this again, this walk. I wonder if he's going in for a medicine hint here. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's hugging the mountains to just go over and hit this bridge.
Yeah. Alright, we're digging palaces. It's either P5 or whichever, P4 or P3 or 6 that's gonna be our, boots, because it can't be P4 we got hit and that's a flu. It's either P5 or the 3 or 6. We've seen every item, overall item on the west. We've seen both items in Maze Island. We're going palace digging. Lagu is hard to see to get fairy, for that matter.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna say. I was wondering what the cast cost was on Oboe's side, but then I remembered he doesn't have it yet because he went to the maze, and Nimbus still obviously he still has not gained a magic level, so still can't cast it at Magic 2. It's 78. If he goes to the maze, there's 2 jars there. That'll get him a castable fairy, but
he's going to go to the maze sooner or later because he's going to realize that he's boots locked out of the map. Oh, he needs to go to Maze Island to realize he's boots locked out of the map.
yeah. Okay, so he doesn't have Trophy Cave marked off. I could have swore he was just in here to get the heart.
He was, yes. And I think he just realized.
I'm feeling like there was a cave that we didn't... Did we see Heart Container Cave?
I have marked 3 heart containers, a pea bag, a cross, and a hammer. We've seen all 6 items in the west.
Okay. So that means boots are in a palace somewhere.
It is. Or they are, I suppose. Oops. Boots have to be in P3 or 6, the 3 or 6 that's on the west here, or P5. Because GP's the 3rd palace, P4 is on Maze Island, and we know that for Flute. As Chad noted earlier, Nimbus skipped over the flute hint too. He does not know that his flute is there. That might bite here within this boots hunt.
Yeah, it's possible.
Especially because he's going to find out here in Maze Island in the next couple of minutes by checking the DM and East connectors that he's hard boots logged out of continuing this seed, and P4 is the closest palace to it. So there's a very good chance Nimbus will dig P4 first, just because he's going to be in Maze Island when he's going to be basically in Maze Island when he realizes, oh, I'm boots locked out of the seed.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oboe has not had a chance to find Bagu yet. Might have slipped his mind. He might just be looking in item caves for the potential for boots here, but we know they're not here.
No, it makes sense for him, but yeah. Okay, Nimbus found the first of 2 magic jars on Maze Island. This is guaranteed castable fairy now. Barely, but castable if it's still 78. And it's down to 62. Okay.
I was going to say, if Nimbus had... I'm not Nimbus. If Oboe had a castable fairy, if he had picked up fairy before going to the maze and everything, then Up and Aang could have got the hint out of Mito and gotten downstab at the same time. I wonder if Nimbus is going to make that move when he finds the second container here.
Possible. Yes,
Also,
while P4 is the nearest thing to dig for the boots, it is also he doesn't have Reflect, because, yeah.
I was going to say, I'm very happy to see that Nimbus is going in on these blue Lizalfos. A lot of people will skip these things. They're tough to fight. He's taken a few hits here and there. Right now, they're taking just over 2 hearts unshielded. But had seen they're worth 500 now, and I don't think he's going to pass any of them up. Which something we noted, a moment ago, that Oboe was getting all these $500 payouts from these Blue Zolfos, and again, a lot of people like to skip them, so he might have missed all of that, but he's not going to. It looks like.
Yep.
And if he goes a few steps west, oh, he's going to go into 4 here. Oh, maybe not. If he goes a few steps west, he's going to see. Wow, how does everyone find Bagoo so easily? There's a gigantic forest here.
That is, I mean, it's also very close to a town. So if you happen to walk just the right way, wham.
That's amazing. Yeah, so Oboe's going to have his castable fairy here soon enough. We'll see what he does with that. I was going to say Nim is probably going to come down to this bridge, and he is. He's going to see that hard boots block, nothing to do. Is he going to go into 4, or is he going to go somewhere else? He's walking it back. Oh, he hasn't seen the other cave there. He doesn't know that other cave.
He hasn't walked all the way around to it, no.
Okay.
He's going there next.
Oh, it's
yeah, because this cave is a kind of a pain to get to. Yeah.
Even that's hard boots blocked. That's amazing.
Yes, I said that earlier. It is hard, and I do mean it hard, boots blocked. You are going nowhere, right, Nimbus?
Yeah,
the game really does not want you to go anywhere without these boots.
Yeah, no kidding. It's again sticking to the linearity here. Oh no. Well, I don't know. I mean, if we need the flute in the east, I mean, we're going to need to pull it out of here and reflect wherever the medicine is at. I guess we're going to find out now. Oboe is going back for this 3rd time now.
No, flute is almost guaranteed useless. Is actually, I think, guaranteed useless because it's Islands East and we know there's boots incoming.
Well, Three-Eyed Rock is present potentially in the east.
Three-Eyed Rock is the only thing, I guess, right? Forgot that. Like, that's the one thing it could be required for, because the River Devil cannot be useful with islands with islands with boots. As boots are useful, it's not the bad boots flag. We're not that mean for Upstarts. Nice fairy
okay.
block.
I was gonna say best thing for Nimbus is to be able to find the flute ASAP. If it's buried in here and he spends a bunch of time in here, this is gonna give Oboe a bunch of time to kind of take off. Again, unless we have some sort of requirement for the flute in the east, but that's still yet to be seen. So P2 medicine.
Well, P2 has to be on the east.
Yeah. So we're going to have to go all the way to the east. Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't going to be anywhere else. I mean, I guess best case scenario, it might have been in, like, DM, seeing as we have the hammer, and we would get the boots out of one of these palaces just to be able to walk around DM really easily. It's kind of odd saying best case scenario, Death Mountain. All right, yeah. So I think we both stand corrected here when we say there's nothing else to do to get through start there. Completely forgot that there's obviously Fairy Cave that you can kind of just shoot through from start to come down to the south side here.
Yeah, I forgot too. This does dump Oboe right next to this 3 or 6, which he's gonna go dick, I think.
Wow, so it looks like Nimbus only has, again, one choice here. This is going to be Karok at the top of this elevator. I'm sorry, wait. Is this not the same elevator? Is this another 4-way elevator?
My streams are lagging again, so I can't tell. My internet seems to be on the struggle bus tonight. Was a loop. Ah, thanks, Alan.
Okay, so the up and right was a loop to it, down and left. Got it. Wow, another big payout for blue Iron Knuckles. Oh, here's the item room for Nimbus. He's going to be out of this for not too much time. Again, Flute's usefulness is pending, but he's not going to spend too much time here.
Yeah, that's good. Fairly quick dig, only a couple minutes. This could definitely be worse.
Yeah, we're still looking for a window or a boss here in this 3 or 6 to be able to identify it.
Yeah, no sign of Vita that I've noticed, although again, internet problems, so I'm getting quite a bit of buffering. You're not having buffering problems, are you?
I am not.
I'll just talk it up to my internet being stupid then.
Yeah, I wonder where Nimbus is headed now. Oh, here's the item room for Oboe, but again, we don't know what Barba or Rebanak has, so this is just going to be a check it out and see. Okay,
And
boots. Wow, perfect.
I mean, it was a 50-50 of getting here. There's a limit to this or P5. There's nothing else to do. And Nimbus, you're very boots locked out of here. And
Wow.
this is P3.
Easy P3 right here, yeah. Yeah, so I wonder what's going through Nimbus's mind here. He's walking it back, so maybe he's just going to go to that 3-6. Maybe he doesn't
P5 is in the southeast corner.
Oh, it is in the southeast.
GP is in the northeast, P3 is in the southwest, P5 is somewhere in the southeast, I think. Not far southeast, but I do believe it's in this quadrant somewhere. Decent rebuff effect for Oboe.
Yeah, first gem on the board, sub 25 here.
And this is routing to P3 for Nimbus. That's P3 over on the left.
Oboe leaves, and Nimbus is about to walk in. And it looks like a kind of just hold right situation. I didn't see how many junctions there
both
were.
are in the southeast corner, southwest corner, and I'm just scattered right. Never mind. Oh, sorry about the game audio on Angel. Oboe's audio is like stupid quiet, so I switched.
Yeah, no downstab for Nimbus, so he's going to be moving through this a little bit slower, but he's going to be utilizing that spell combined with fire. I don't know how many keys he's got. He's opened his menu twice, and I missed the key count both times.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Oh, well, dead end here for him, so he's got to turn it around and go down and right. Okay. So we got an up and right and a down and left here in this 5. I don't know what we had at start, though. I missed the starting elevator screen. The other thing, though, is that Nimbus is going to have to do a downstabless Rebanak here in this P3. Or, I mean, he could always just skip it and take the boots somewhere else. I mean, I guess you could just... Well, depending on what's in 5, I don't know. So you could just take the boots and leave here, because if GP's on the west, there's nothing really stopping you from coming back later and just doing these palaces later. I mean, that is time spent for sure. And if he just leaves with the boots here, he's going to miss out on downstab out of Mito and... the hint for reflect for medicine, I mean.
Yeah, I would at least minimum go back to Mito for both medicine and for both the reflect for both downside and medicine hint.
Oh, I think this 3. I think this is it for this 3. I think it's down, and down is the item room here for Nimbus, and right is Rebo. I think this is it.
You think so?
That is a small 3.
It is.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I saw Oboe up an A, and he did, so he's back through this room. I think he's just going to go right here.
Yeah, because this is one of the early rooms I remember seeing it earlier.
Nope, item in 5 here. And I am getting now sync buffering here.
I'd hit the refresh button.
Okay, I'll refresh as well. Looks like a 1-up in P5.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't catch it either.
Well, I missed Nimbus dismount Rebo, but he got him off there, and unfortunately he's got 1 hit left on him, a few hits left on Rebo, but it's all about patience. Oh man, you can't see where he's throwing from that right side of the room there. As we have found, we've also found Guma on Oboe's side here, so. Ooh. Yeah, depending on how annoying Guma is going to be to fights. I think it was a 3-shot. I don't think we came in here with full health. I didn't catch that when we walked in here. Oh, but he's taking a lot of damage, or he's already injured. Man, yeah, he's already injured a little bit himself.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
All right, well, 2 bosses down on each side here, or 1 boss down on each side. 2 for Oboe, 1 for Nimbus. I think we had some choices, though, some options in P5 and which way to walk. So if Nimbus doesn't do that same walk, his 5 is going to be a little bit longer than Oboe's. Assuming he does it now. Okay, it looks like he's headed over there. Still no downstab, though. Oh, no, he's not. He's leaving. Is he leaving?
Yep. He is leaving. He is... It's not there.
I think he's going to leave 5 till later, and this is going to work out in his favor. I mean, when you gamble on a palace location, or maybe he just doesn't remember where 5 is at. That's possible as well.
Yeah, because 5 is kind of at the edge of the map.
Now, unfortunately, he didn't up an A, so he's on 0 lives right now.
There's the up.
And, okay. All right, first eyes on the east here. Water tile spotted. There's our raft.
Alrighty then, raft on the east, as hinted.
Oh, a 3-eyed rock! Now, here's the thing. In this flag set, it can be anything from the east. And so it might just be, it really has a high possibility to just be absolute junk. So we'll see. We won't see it on Oboe's side, obviously, but when Nimbus gets down there, hopefully he just walks south from the bridge and he'll be able to show us what's underneath there. If it's something of interest, then Oboe's going to need it. But if not, I mean, he's got the hint, right? It's not that big of a deal. We did see it wasn't that tough to pick up out of 4, but yeah. Well, here's our P2. Oboe getting a little beat up by these blue iron knuckles here, first 2 rooms.
Yeah, definitely doing a bit of damage to him. This is also one very pink P5.
Yes. That's a dead end. He's going to back it up and go down the elevator and to the left. So pretty linear too so far.
Next deciding to go to DM first. Gonna go look for the items.
Oh man, you know, I bet that's Hammer. That looks like that might be Hammer Cave right up there, just up and left from the
connector. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we did start in the northwest corner of DM. No sign of Speck Rock.
Yeah, I would say the only reason that this is going to pay off is if the glove is here at this point, because I mean, maybe the key, if Fairy is expensive for a while. I don't know. I actually don't know how much it is at Magic 5 for Oboe.
I want to say I think it's about just over 2 bars.
Well, I mean, I like magic containers myself. That's not a bad find, but I don't think it's going to change I don't think it's going to change the give Nimbus too much of an advantage unless we need to get into the basement in New Kasuto for some reason. And it's 7, you know. That may be all he's here for. Looks like he's kind of going back to where we come in. Maybe not.
That might be him thinking of the Hammer Cave potential we saw earlier.
Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I think that's Hammer Cave. I think that's it right there.
Yep, it is. Right? Oboe's found the item room, but died before he actually got the item. So
yeah. We're going into Hammer Cave. Again, I mean, I don't know. You know, here's the thing you can do. I mean, if you think that your opponent is better than you, you know, sometimes it helps to just play like, just do things that you think that they're not going to do, and if it pays off, it could be a big deal.
Sure.
I think Oboe is just going to play this straight up, and there's really no reason not to. I mean, you know, you usually just kind of stumble upon the things that you need as you play. There's no reason to think that the glove isn't just sitting on the desert tile or in, you know, sunken P-bag cave or something like that. You know, why dig DM for no reason?
Yeah, from Nimbus's perspective, perhaps trying to gain a lead since he is definitely the lower seeded player in this matchup. And also, it is a relatively given it's on DM with boot.
Yeah. And Hammer Cave is right next to the connector here.
Absolutely.
Well,
I think he knew that when he was choosing to dig DM, admittedly, but...
Looks like Hammer Cave was the candle today. The candle we started with.
Yep. Not the thing we wanted. Yeah, 35 fairy for Oboe, by the way.
Okay, so... yeah, still just 2 casts.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I say still just 2 casts, but we've got keys dropping from numerous enemies and bosses, so I don't, we're not being punished for any sort of fairy cast, it seems.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Helmet head down for Oboe.
Yep, 3 gems, 37 minutes in. Looking pretty good. He's got the medicine. Are we headed back ASAP? Maybe it's worth looking around to see if you can find another palace. If you can find another palace outside, well, there's also thunder as well. We might just want to look for some stuff first before we go back, just in case you deem that you need the flute, or in this case, the child, it looks like. Maybe good to have that information before you start going back all the way to start yet again, just to get the reflect spell.
Yeah, I missed it. What was the spell on Darunia?
Thunder.
fun.
Okay, we are off. We are on the east here for Nimbus as well, where he's gonna hopefully walk south. He's right here by the water tile, so he's gonna go a little bit further south of town, see Three-Eyed Rock, and hopefully show us what's underneath that thing.
Child in the East for that might have been a spoiler. Oops. For Oboe. Oops. Jump in Old Kasuda for Nimbus. We said earlier.
Yeah, so coming back to the Eastern Child, if we need to get into the basement, or if there is an item cave under Three-Eyed Rock here that has that child in it, or again a glove.
Our friend River Devil is utterly useless as normal.
Well, it's a town, and it's got shield. Not sure that's flute-worthy, though.
I wouldn't be taking P4 that thoroughly for this.
Well, even if we need 7 to get into the basement, we've got it.
Yep. Sorry, my stream is still buffering like mad on the commentary page. I don't know what's wrong with it today, but I've been watching off the multi-twitch, which is a little bit ahead of the main stream, sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering how you were predicting the future about Child in the East, and then I refreshed, and then I got a little sync buffering myself.
Yeah, I don't know
I thought I might have been behind.
Stop buffering for me today. Sorry, I'm gonna try to keep mine to not spoil as much, but yeah, I do not know why it's buffering this badly for me. I tried refreshing the internet, and
We do have a forest tile here as well. There's our raft that we did see also in DM. It is Sunken Pea Bag Cave here.
and we've got P2 for Nimbus.
Yeah, I don't, again, I don't remember there being too many options for routing in this too. It was just seemingly hold left, find the medicine, and then take the other right, and find Helmet Head. It was a very quick P2 for Oboe. Okay. Well, free glove.
Yep, free glove for Oboe.
No glove blocks in sight yet, although expected in Great Palace. And we've got P6 here. And then that leaves, what, 1 in the volcano.
Correct.
So Nimbus quick to identify that as a dead-end room, but there is an item room. It's a vanilla item room, and I believe it's actually in P4 in vanilla, is that you gotta scroll the screen just a scotch to the right to make sure that it doesn't open up, because otherwise you might be exiting out of what is the item room.
Yeah.
All right, well, quick and easy dragon to find.
Yeah, very early Barba for Oboe. Gonna beat this and probably get out of here. No real reason to stick around for the item.
Still got attack 4. I think this 2040 next level is going to be attack 5. I think it has to be. I don't think life 7 is cheaper than attack 5, but I could be wrong. Could be a super cheap life 7.
Yeah, okay, ZSR2 rating with a party of 37. Welcome into our Twilight Princess Raiders, where we've got ourselves a Zelda 2 Randomizer Upstarts tournament here between Oboe and Nimbus. This is our beginner tourney for the Rando. This is game 1 of 3, and, well, it's been a very linear scene, pretty much, for today. Raiders, I'm sure many of you have probably never seen this random before. This is a very interesting one. Due to the in large part the nature of how Zelda 2 is rather different from the rest of the series, we've got both Map Rando and Room Rando. Not entirely sure where our runners are going. And they are never, and they're not 100% sure just yet either. We are still looking for a couple things in this seed. Well, mainly where the child's at. I think this is New Casino. I think this is New Casino for the southeast, the southwest, sorry. And that also has jump. Not jump. This is, what is this? Yeah, this is life for us. Animation.
Yeah, and the child's got to be here as well. Oh no, we haven't seen Desert Tile yet.
I don't think we've seen Desert Tile though.
Okay, so child may be here, but also may not be here.
And it's a heart container, or last heart container in this old lady.
Wow,
I think had fire spell since forever. That's an ouch of a game over for Nimbus.
Yeah, I think that was. Did he? He left P3 with no lives, and I don't think he had a chance to up NA anywhere. He went to DM. He did all of DM, and I think he made it all the way to P2 without upping at all. And I think that was his first death in here. I think. And then that was the game over. Yeah, I just don't remember him dying 2 other times in 2, but I could be wrong here.
Yeah, child picked up for Oboe, so there's that. But he is now in effective go mode.
Yeah, either way, that's going to cost Nimbus a bit of time. That was several rooms into P2 here, and again, Oboe just kind of got through here on his first try. No real roadblocks, and so he's going to cost Nimbus some time. Well, I imagine we're headed to Death Valley right now, and it's just above us.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Stop by Darunia and
yeah.
then go here.
Okay, here is the item room for Nimbus. So I'm going to say he didn't go left this way, so this might be a bit of a blessing for him heading left off this elevator now, getting the medicine, and then he's going to head back to the other direction he was in, where he took that game over.
Oboe's side, he's about to get into the Valley of Death here.
Yeah, we're still both picking up keys. They're just dropping in abundance here. It's there is no shortage of keys in this drop pool. Well, at this rate, we are on route to being in GP sub-hour.
Yeah, pretty fair. Despite the linearity, once you got the boots to the East Being Islands made us pretty quick.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, unfortunately, Nimbus took a death there. Getting smacked by the Moe the first time he walked in that room. Here's the second room. This is the room where he took the game over. He should, yeah, you can, he's got full health. You can just plow through that. Wow, he took a game over, one room away from Helmet Head, but he didn't have the medicine at that point in time, so he would have to come back in here anyway.
Yep.
Multiple 700-point P bags for Oboe. Is he gonna? Okay, he's not gonna go back for that one. But it is a dead end. Nimbus is gonna have to turn on the afterburners here.
Yeah, got a lot of palaces to clear, got some exploration still to do. Just kinda got to the east later than Oboe did.
Yeah, there's our desert tile. $50 on the desert tile. A consolation prize.
Yeah, it's a pretty good chance. No real time loss for Nimbus.
Yeah, I guess best case scenario is to see I think this is Daruni here. I was gonna say to see New Kasuto first and have the child before you get in here. Imposter horsehead fight in P1. Alright, well, we're going to head back to the west on Oboe's side, get the Reflect Spell out of Mido, and then head down to 4 on the maze, and then head back to GP in the northeast of the west.
Yep.
We're absolutely cruising over here.
Oh, for sure. This is just pedal to the metal. Let's get going. For Oboe. Risen Keyback Cave for Nimbus.
Yeah, I forgot if this was a container or the glove. I think this was the container and Sunken was the glove.
I believe so, yeah. Here's the last magic jar. And reflect for Oboe.
And we already saw where Karok is on Nimbus' side, which I believe is just at the top of a multi-level elevator, so it's not going to be too hard to find for Oboe. So he's going to be in and out of 4 pretty quickly. Depending on this GP, I mean, I don't know. Man, I guess there's still potential to even sub-hour the entire seed on Oboe's side, but GP's going to have to be nice to him.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a very quick GP. I just noticed, by the way, on his menu that it is 32 fairy at Magic 6, so cast 3 times to this bar, so it wasn't
yeah.
right.
Nimbus passing up to the basement check first. He must get that on the way out. Well, he's gonna get his child here. Oh, he still needs the glove though, so he'll probably still check the basement anyway.
Yeah. No, I think he'll check those. Now in the P4 for Oboe, this I don't think was a terribly long palace.
No, I don't think so either. This is going to be the 8th heart for Nimbus. He's going to be 8 and 8 on containers here. I guess Oboe's pretty much there, just missing the container out of Spec Rock. right, so we're headed right back to Darunia on Nimbus' side. Sunken is just west of his current position, so...
Won't take him too much longer to find. He knows there's not much left for that glove. And he really wants to get that glove, I think, if we're continuing to dig palaces.
Yeah. Yeah, here's our elevator here that I think is at the top, is Karak.
Well, that's a whole lot of elevators, but yes.
And we have our harder Karak here that we like to watch these days. It's a fun watch now. Usually Karak is a sleepy boss, but now all of a sudden you got to pay a little bit of attention.
Yep, because otherwise you can get whacked. We both got hit once or twice here. There we go.
Are we going to burn this gem, or are we going to take the level? We're going to take it. We're going to burn it.
That is a reset here for update for Oboe, and we're off to GP. Love incoming for Nimbus.
Yeah, I don't think he's seen 6 yet, but I assume he's going to go see that first before going into Death Valley.
Oh yeah. 54-56 for Oboe, GP entry. The immediate chicken night sandwich in the first elevator here.
Yeah, we got 2 lefts and 2 rights. And the meme is just go right at the 4-way elevator when you see it. So this is probably the correct answer, and this will be over in 2 minutes. I don't know. It always seems that way. I have no idea.
Yeah,
oh my god.
For Nimbus, and well, you said that.
I mean, I said it. It's definitely the meme. That's what it's turned into over the last several weeks of racing. Is just go right when you see that 4-way elevator. Just go right at that, no matter what other options you've got.
And well, we do have a pretty much an immediate T-bird here.
Oh, we're getting a little trolled in the corner here.
Yeah, taking a whack there.
Ooh. Well, I'm pretty sure Nimbus is on the right path here because I do remember Oboe coming through this room. Yeah, no shield. Although I guess we haven't. That's a Thunder and a Reflect cast, I believe.
So yeah.
I guess I didn't catch how much Thunder was.
Me neither. I'll be honest with you.
I'm gonna say at Magic 6 it probably isn't gonna be over 100 though. So.
No, it's not going to be over 100 at Magic 6. That is going to be very usual. And there we go.
Much better fight this time. Oh, Nimbus. I was just about to say something, and I was about to get blamed for commentary cursing, but I didn't say anything, so no one can blame me. I was about to say this dragon is going down a lot faster with attack 5 than it was for attack 4 with Oboe, and then all of a sudden they take damage. But, okay. Easy game.
Okay, just take that first right and you're done, apparently. That's about the fastest GP you can get.
If I ever find a genie lamp, I'm going to wish for more difficult Great Palace layouts. I'm going to spend one of my 3 wishes on that. These GPs are pretty, man, when they are pathetic, they are pathetic.
This one is very
4 rooms. Game's 5 rooms, I think. 5 rooms, right? 4-way elevator one room, elevator up into Thunderbird, one room again, and then Darkling. So there's your 5 rooms.
Yeah.
Either way, GG to Oboe for the finish there. Official finish time looks like 58:06.
Yep, correct. GG.
And this is, we didn't, I don't think we mentioned this at the beginning. This is a game 1 of it probably says so right on the restream, game 1 of a best of 3 series. So no one's out just yet, but it is, as it is just game 1. And Nimbus throwing in the towel there for the forfeit. Yeah, we'll see if we get either one of these runners in for an interview.
Yep. Just asked, we'll see.
Yeah, we still have several games. This is the second week here in round 1. Again, with all of the best of 3s, at a minimum, there's going to be 2 games played of each of these series out of the 4 series. We have the top 8 runners. If that wasn't made somewhat clear in the beginning, talking about the top seed and the 8th seed being matched up here today. Top 8 runners, 4 matches, but best of 3s. So far, we've got one of the best of 3s has concluded, but the other 3 still pending. Next race, unrelated to these 2, is going to be all the way on Thursday. I'm sure you'll go over the schedule again when we get there, but nothing else scheduled so far.
Yeah, not at the moment. No interview for Nimbus. He did say he went to DM, like hoping Sling would be there, assuming Oboe wasn't going to check it and died a few times.
Yeah, had the glove or the child or something been in Death Mountain, could have saved a little bit of time there for Nimbus and made up some time. Caught back up to Oboe. I don't know, the Bagoo find for Nimbus was very impressive, but then Oboe just simply answered back and found Bagoo just as fast, so no time to gain there. I would say that Nimbus's Maze Island dig was a little bit faster overall. Not that it saved too much time in that case, but I think it was a little bit faster. However, after he found both the drops, he did kind of double check the 2 connectors again, right? He saw the bridge, saw it went nowhere, and then found the second drop for the second magic container, and then walked back to the bridge one more time just to check to make sure he couldn't do anything, and then went to the cave, and then saw he couldn't do anything there, and then walked it out of DM to go to go back to the west and do whatever he had to finish up over there. At that point, he had the early ferry though. Nothing really to capitalize on that though.
Yeah. All right. We will be joined by Oboe. Nimbus will not be joining us for an interview. Hey, Oboe. GG.
Thanks, GG. To Angel who left.
Absolutely cruising through this one. No real hiccups, no real speed bumps, no roadblocks, no hurdles. What did it look like from your perspective here?
If you give me a jet, I'm going to fly it. Simple as.
It's very true.
But early on, I figured I needed the boots because I saw that Sari down there, and I think there was like forest up near start that I didn't even touch. So like I knew I needed either Bagu or boots, so I dug the maze and found a couple magic containers, but nothing of worth. And then I saw Death Mountain, but didn't want to go in there, so I just went back and started looking for Bagu, and I guess I just kind of stumbled into him. Like I didn't even find a Lost Woods encounter before I hit him.
Which I will say, if you watch this back, is absolutely amazing that both you and Nimbus did exactly that. I was a little upset because I was like, oh, we're gonna need Bagu because he's definitely going to be on this side because the other side was just, grass and there was just a few tiles over there. And then all of a sudden Nimbus, you went to the maze and Nimbus literally walked right to Bagu's cabin.
Nice.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, maybe this will save some time over Oboe. But no, when you went to go find Bagu, you walked right to him as well. I was just like, you got to be kidding me.
I mean, it helps that Bagu was like 3 tiles away from the
Yeah,
town,
definitely.
Yeah.
Because if you just happen to walk ever so slightly up and right, bam, there's Bagu. Which if their town wasn't right there, it probably would have taken a lot longer to find it.
Yeah. And it's also like a big patch of wood, so like just stumbling upon him is kind of crazy.
Yeah, you two did sort of the opposite right there. You went to the maze while Nimbus stayed on the west there, cleaned out the south side of the west, and then walked it back to the maze. Whereas you, when you were done with the maze, then you cleaned up the south side of the west. That linear start meant that both of you kind of had to do the same thing right from the beginning, cross the double bridge and then the single bridge, walk it all the way down. No real divergence there allowed, and of course you couldn't get ahead on the east or even DM. They were both hard boots blocked, both of them were, and so you had to get the boots out of either that 3-6, which ended up being 3, or that P5 there. And yeah, it was the one thing I guess Nimbus did do, he didn't go in for the hint. What was that? Firetown, whatever that was. He didn't go in for he didn't get the hint out of that town, even though it got fire out of that town. And so you had the hint that Karok had the flute. He didn't have that hint. And the first place he dug, because he did maze last, he did walk it back to 4. I did forget to say that when Star and I were just talking a moment ago. He did walk it back to 4 first without reflect to check the item. It was a pretty quick dig to get the flute out of there. Didn't punish him too bad, but obviously Karok wasn't even hard to find. As you saw, he was at the top of that elevator. And so, there was no real time. There was only time to lose at that point going into 4, knowing that it was just a flute. However, we did see that 3-eyed rock, and I was like, well, this could help gain a little bit of time. It just ended up being Naburu with shield in it today. So,
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, under the rock. Not the rock, but the 3-eyed.
3-eyed rock. I was a little concerned on that 4 with that elevator shaft because there's like 6 or 7 different junctions there.
Yeah.
And then he's just up at the top.
Yeah, and Nimbus also dug out DM as well.
Yeah, he mentioned that in the race chat.
Yeah, we were thinking that, knowing that he was the 8th seed, and if you ever think your opponent's better than you, then sometimes it helps to just do things that aren't just that straight line, just kind of go off the beaten path. Check DM, could have been glove, could have been that child that he got ahead of, that he could have found ahead of time or something like that. But it was rock was magic container and DM was a key, so that would have been where the candle was. So nothing to find in DM.
I was thinking about it when I got the hammer, but then I got the flute out, or not the flute, the raft out of 3. So, and then I just put that out of my mind. I'm gonna go, or not the raft, the boots. Where were the boots? They were in 3. Right?
Yeah.
There were 3, yeah.
Yeah, raft was water tile.
Right.
Other than that, it was very fast. It was very fast seed. Nimbus did take a game over in 2, whereas you didn't take any game overs in any of the, or you did up an A in 5. That 1-5 dig, you did up an A and go back to start. You weren't too deep though. Yeah, and then when you chose the other path to go, that was right to Guma, it seemed. Mm-hmm. So all in all, pretty fast seed, and I think the just good gameplay. Earlier downstab than Nimbus. Nimbus was going through 3 without downstab and opted to do. He did leave 5 behind. You showed us it was just a 1-up in there, so nothing that would have punished him, but he did leave 5 after he did leave 5 sitting there after exiting out of 3, but he did do 3 without downstab, so it probably took him a little bit while longer. There were a lot of doom knockers in there, and then of course downstab with 3-bow. He did take a death on that one time and then killed him the second time. So
a lot of little knuckles too.
Yeah. I think that's it. Everything was pretty condensed there on the east as well. You just walked south from the bridge. You saw water tile, 3-eyed rock, which could have been a concern. Daruni was right next to Death Valley. The other 2 caves were in the vicinity. One container, and one is the glove, and the child was
Yep.
in the spell tower. All that was right there. There was really nothing stopping you. So, but yeah, GG in game 1 here, and looking forward to game 2 for sure.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward too.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's all I've got.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me as well. GG's again. And, thank you to get both of our runners, Oboe and Nimbus, as well as to my co-com Ryan. To me, thanks for doing the tracking today. Let's see, coming up ahead on the CSR schedule, we've got a pretty busy week here. We have currently 2 different races going on the other CSR channels. We've got on CSR2, we have a Into the Past Randomizer Cross Keys tournament, so it's around 4 matches between GFE and Skele. Now, we also have on CSR3 the qualifier number 3 of the Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 5. Tomorrow we've got more cross keys at 3 p.m. Eastern. It'll be Sheffy versus Lin Lin Lin. And then we've got more cross keys. We've got more Z2R. We've got the 20% versus 70% tournament 2024, Wolf Dash 4. And we've got assorted other stuff happening besides that. So keep an eye on all that. And also to note the Winter Randomizer Season 7 tournament. Qualifiers start this Thursday. So busy summer for CSR as always. But for now, that's going to be it. We're going to head on over to CSR 3. Thank you for watching, everyone, and we'll see you another time.